Skin cancer is not affecting men and women equally. Men are dying from the disease at nearly twice the rate of women, and one major reason may be surprisingly simple. They are less likely to get their skin checked or notice changes early. That makes skin cancer prevention more than an individual responsibility. It can become a family habit, with partners, parents, children, and even grandparents helping one another spot suspicious changes before they become more serious. Why are men at greater risk? The gap becomes especially concerning among younger men. The Skin Cancer Foundation says men ages 15 to 39 are 55% more likely to die from melanoma than women in the same age group. Dr. S. Max Vale, a dermatologist at UW Medicine Primary Care at South Lake Union, told Right as Rain by UW Medicine that men are, at the baseline, less likely to see a doctor, potentially delaying care. In Washington, melanoma incidence and mortality are highest among white men over age 50. Age is another important factor. According to the American Academy of Dermatology, men become more likely than women to develop melanoma after age 50, and that difference grows with each passing decade. There is also a practical problem. Melanoma in men frequently develops on the back, torso, or scalp, areas that can be difficult to inspect without another person's help. That is where a partner or family member can make a real difference. The most important step may be a second set of eyes. Families can build skin checks into their normal routines instead of waiting for an obvious problem to appear. Monthly self-exams combined with an annual full-body examination by a dermatologist can help identify skin cancer when it is still highly treatable. Partners should pay particular attention to areas that are difficult to see, including the back, scalp, and ears. Parents can also teach children to recognize new moles or changes in existing spots, particularly changes in shape, size, or color. Vale recommends regular self-exams throughout the year, rather than treating skin checks as something that only matters during summer. That year-round approach is important because melanoma does not follow the seasons. And when someone in the household is less likely to schedule a dermatology appointment, having another person notice a suspicious spot may help prompt that visit sooner. Early detection matters. Melanoma and most other skin cancers have a high cure rate when found early, which means consistent family checks can be far more valuable than waiting for one annual appointment to catch everything. Sun protection should be a household habit. Checking the skin is only one part of prevention. Daily sunscreen, UPF-rated clothing, and wide-brimmed hats can help protect the entire family from ultraviolet exposure throughout the year. Tanning beds, however, are best avoided altogether. Just one tanning bed session before age 35 increases melanoma risk by 75%. A simple household strategy can make sunscreen easier to remember. Keep it near the front door so it is part of the routine before anyone heads outside. There is also an education gap worth addressing. A 2016 American Academy of Dermatology report found that only 54% of men knew a base tan does not protect skin from UV damage, compared with 70% of women. Parents can help close that gap by making sun safety knowledge part of everyday family life. And if someone wants the appearance of a tan, self-tanning lotions or oils provide an alternative to tanning beds without deliberately exposing the skin to their ultraviolet radiation. For children, athletes, and people who work outdoors, clothing can be especially useful because it provides protection during long periods in the sun when repeatedly applying sunscreen may be difficult. Don't forget the UV index, or the window's timing. Outdoor activities can also reduce exposure. Families should limit direct sunlight between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. when UV rays are strongest, and check the daily UV index before spending extended time outside. When the UV index rises above 6, the risk of sun damage increases sharply. And protection should not stop simply because someone is indoors or sitting in a car. Glass blocks most UVB radiation, but UVA rays can pass through it. That means cumulative exposure can occur during time spent at home, at work, or on long drives. A family routine can make these precautions much easier to follow. Seek shade, keep water nearby, and reapply sunscreen every 2 hours during outdoor activities. The larger lesson is that preventing skin cancer does not have to depend on one person, remembering every precaution. A partner can check a hard-to-see spot. A parent can teach a child what changes to watch for. Everyone can make sunscreen, protective clothing, and shade part of the routine. For men in particular, where delayed detection can have serious consequences, that shared responsibility may be especially important.